Hello, all of you. I'm Dr. Vandana Joshi, person entirely from different field. So first of all, my profuse thanks to Remunance for um, sponsoring our films that we made recently. It is an extremely useful project for the current generation. So we want you to join hands with us for movement against drug abuse. So another secretary, our secretary is Dr. Sangeeta Mahajan. She's a radiologist, and we are a lot of other people. I'll subsequently tell you. Since you are from IT field, I want to start with the small session which doesn't have a sound. Okay, so this is where the work of PACE starts. And actually, we all know that this happens right when you are into your adolescent age group. So, with a survey done by Government of India, magnitude of substance use shows horrendous figures. It's really a cause of concern. Tobacco is a ubiquitous product which is leading to a lot of cancers and stuff, and still there are a lot of boys as well as girls smoking their life away nowadays. So we have just enlisted these figures of 2019 out of 135 crores. Then now today they are 142.6 crores, I guess. So already 16 crores are out in and out of the rehabs. And cannabis and opioids and sedatives, inhalants, stimulants are big way in every youngster's life. We are talking about the houses which are not so well monitored by parents especially. So the need of the program is there because the one addiction leads to another. Crime rate is very high in addicts. We hardly see any addicts who are not we hardly see any criminals who are not at all addicted to any substance. Highest incidence of head and neck cancers due to tobacco and gutka addiction. Now, something new that is shown very often on TV and during the cricket matches is the pan masala. Believe me, pan masala is nothing but gutka. There are a lot of socio-economic consequences of all the addictions, and adolescence is the most susceptible group, but they have lack of awareness of even tobacco or alcohol. So we founded this NGO, which is mainly of doctors, and we show PowerPoint presentations explaining the ill effects of substance abuse. There's a story-based film Pratigna, which we show. Pledge is there for children and interaction. Uh, if the time permits, if the school gives us more time, we show feature film World, which is also an extremely beautiful film. Pendrive has the frequently asked questions folder, and three more short films. So this is our big team. Dr. Sangeeta Mahajan and me started the program along with Dr. Nitin Abhyankar and Dr. Shekhar Kulkarni. Dr. Amol Deshpande is my E.N.T colleague. Varsha Vaidya is a community medicine professor at Bharati Hospital. She and her Bharati's lot of students are our volunteers. Our coordinator is Ashwini Tambe. If we plan to have some team from your end, then Ashwini Tambe will be giving you the training part again. So let us see in next some 32 slides what we show in schools. There are different presentations for different age groups, like street children, Sevavasti children, Ashram Shara, there is one kind of presentation, and then corporation or ZB aided schools, there's a different one, and for the cosmopolitan schools, international board schools, and unaided private schools, we have different presentation. So there are so many addictions. We are mainly going to focus on tobacco, cigarette, alcohol, cannabis. So this is a vicious cycle in which the child gets trapped. At adolescent age, he wants to first try out something new. Once he has this tobacco first puff or first chew, there is a release of dopamine in the brain that leads to nicotine hit. In between the two chewings of tobacco or cigarette smoking, the nicotine level and so the dopamine levels drop down. This leads to the chemical changes in brain, and there's craving or withdrawal, and the student wants to consume more tobacco. This is what I call as there's a chemical locha happening in the brain. So I'll just quickly run through this short clip of a movie that we show. This is a very beautiful movie made by Mrs. Sumitra Bhabe and Sunil Suptankar. वॉल्यूम नहीं आ रहा क्या? वॉल्यूम नहीं है. It should be. See?
ए माझा रायटर बघितला का?
मला काय माहिती. अंत्या आला का मी येऊ तिकडं. अंकुश हे काय आहे? काय आहे? अगं पुंडलीच्या शाळेत जायचं सोडून काय चालू ना काय बिड्या बिड्या फुकतोस का? हा शाळेत जायचं तर बिड्या फुकायला लागलास का?
अरे काय वरती सकाळी सकाळी कुत्रीवाणी गपकी जरा.
अरे तुम्ही गप्प बसा. मी नाही सोडणार त्याला आता. त्याला भुट्ट्या वडापाव शिवत का बोला.
So, friends, this addiction starts in adolescence. As you can see here, this boy gets subsequently hooked to picking up the cigarette butts on the roads, and he wants to smoke, and then he wants to try gudkha, and then he was about to go in addictions, and when he sees one video, which is actually one of my patients, Dr. Vandana Joshi's patient's video, which we have incorporated beautifully in the film, and then he saves his father by taking an oath from him, and that's why the film's name is Pratigna. It's a beautiful film. We'll show you someday the complete film, or maybe I can share and you all can see in your leisure times. So, early adolescence is the age when one gets addicted, and this can be the tender age for reckless, risky behavior. And these tobacco and alcohol are basically very addictive substances. So we explain children that if you get trapped in the circumstances, addiction is likely, and then it's tough to live with it and tougher to live without it. So once we show such kind of ghastly picture on big screen in schools, children are like, aghast. We ask them, कि once you finish your education, you go for an interview. If your mouth is seen like this, the smile is a visiting card. Na nokri milegi na chokri. That's how in their colloquial languages we talk. We also show them these current pictures, as I said about the pan masala. What we get in the return of love and respect is the package that invites disease. Unfortunately, India is the world's capital of mouth cancer. There are white patches in the mouth, as you can see here, and subsequently there is a carcinoma developing there, and then the cancer develops in the mandible or the jawbone. And unfortunately, friends, this is a harsh reality. These are the images from Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai. The age of cancer detection is getting younger and younger. So choose life, not tobacco. In Marathi, we say आयुष्याची मौज राखा टाळून तंबाखू गुटखा. So tobacco is tobacco in any form. Any of you smoking or whatever slim cigarettes or whatever, if girls are smoking, yes, you are liable to the risks of cancers. So there's one tobacco related death occurring every 8 seconds in India, especially in the Himachal Pradesh and Mizoram and uh, Jharkhand, all these areas. Bihar, we can see that every child of 4 or 5 years also starts smoking or chewing tobacco, and still 5,000 new children start using tobacco each day. So cigarette has over 4,000 chemicals, and 70 of them cause cancers. Okay, so something that's gone behind this is basic heart attack issue. Heart attack is a we listen from our friend circles that somebody at 35 got a heart attack, somebody at 40 passed away with heart attack. So it's not that he has started smoking now he got it, it's the subsequent development of the atherosclerotic plaques in the vessels which give rise to less blood supply to the heart. And then there are these different bad effects of smoking. These healthy lungs that we can see are pinkish white, whereas nowadays what we see because of pollution on the roads as well as accentuated with the smoking is these blackened lungs, and the cancer develops subsequently. Friends, hookahs are deadly. Though hookahs and e-cigarettes are quite luring, you must know that they have heavy metals, they have carbon monoxide, and one hookah smoker inhales equivalent to roughly 60 to 100 cigarettes in one session, which is authenticated by WHO. E-cigarettes or vaping, as you can think of, it is just that the tobacco comes out in the vapor form, but that also can cause addiction and its ill effects. So is vaping safe? No, not at all. It is not safe. It is just the nicotine in liquid form. The company may say no nicotine or 0% nicotine, but it's never true. Actually, there can be the addition of substances like tetrahydrocannabinols, which are very, very risky to the brain. And the cartridges may be of extra strength, higher concentrations. We don't know because these e-cigarettes are still not under the FDA's approval. Increase in e-cigarettes voltage can give a greater hit of a substance. And basically, one addiction leads to another. So, from fire to ashes. The smaller the age of smoking, more likelihood is that the person will go towards alcohol. Because the day comes when there is saturation of pleasure feeling with dopamine, and then you want something new or you want to try something new. Alcohol is a stimulant for a very short period, but in the long term, it causes depression. And it is a root cause of many social ills. Beer, wine, whiskey, vodka, whatever you think. In Marathi, we have this caption as तुम्ही काय दारू पिणार दारूच तुमचा घोर घेतो. Is it a serious problem? Yes, I just pointed out earlier there are over 16 crore users. This is a figure of 2019. Unfortunately, in the COVID times, what we saw was these things, especially the drugs, the tablets, and charas, ganja, all that was available where the daily commodities were not. And basically, what does alcohol do? It impairs your brain function. So gradually, it's going to drain off your energy level as well as the intelligence level. And as we all know, there's strained family relationship, there are rapes, there are financial losses, damage to public property, and in itself, basically, self-image is destroyed. And that's what we teach in PACE shows, that you have to be aware of yourself. You must know yourself well, what you are, what do you inherit, and what do you want to achieve in life. Effects of alcohol on the body are jaundice and cirrhosis that you know of, but the cancer is sixth common cause is alcohol world over. And the brain shrinks with alcoholism gradually. As you can see, the nice sulca and gyra, as we call these keep on getting shrunken day by day, month by month, year by year. See, friends, our brain keeps maturing till age of 25. As you can see here, from 12 to 20, the growth is very rapid, but it subsequently goes on till 25. So if you have your first peg or first glass in hand before age of 25, it is very likely that you will become addict. When brain isn't mature, addiction to drugs is also very likely. There's 40% chance of becoming alcohol dependent if one starts consuming it before 20 years of age. Taking alcohol can cause long-term damage to the developing brain. There are always naturally the poor academic grades and professional performance. And there's nothing mature about taking drinks. The person makes fool of oneself. Coming to drugs, drugs are all chemical. Drugs can be the stimulants or depressants. They alter brain's functions. So imagine a painkiller. You take painkiller when you need, when you have a lot of pain, but once the action of a painkiller goes away, the pain persists again. The cause of pain does not go away. There's inflammation which will get reduced with the anti-inflammatories. Similarly, drugs and substance abuse has no positive effects, but they cause a lot of harm. Potential to ruin life is tremendous. Brain stimulant tablets are causing currently havoc. You may be knowing more than me. Meth, crystals, and so many cracks, and so many other things are there. And uh, uh, MD, MDT, uh, methamphetamine, basically methamphetamine tablets, those colorful tablets. They are causing havoc in the school-going children. About cannabis, I would say marijuana abuse is normal. That's what is the myth. No, not at all. Teen marijuana abuse is not behavior of a normal teenager. And is it okay if it's supervised by parents? This is especially common in USA. Parents take marijuana and even the children do. No, it is an ill-advised decision and illegal too. Parents are liable to legal action if they know that a child is taking marijuana and still they are not objecting to it. Most marijuana abuse is not dangerous is a myth. The fact is, it steals the child's drive and focus. It can easily become an addiction. It can lead to other addictions. Opium, we all know, do pal ki azadi zindagi ki barbadi. So better to say no to addictions rather than escaping from reality. Say yes only to the real-time enjoyments. Let's see the causes of addiction. Now, this is not what is shown in the classes. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Why do children get these addictions? It's a multifactorial process. Lack of attachment to family, lack of commitment to self, lack of commitment to studies or school, and to the society at large. Parents are less consistent in guiding children. Nowadays, as we can see, parents are also having that atta basu culture, that's like, let's have a beer party at home and children will watch you. Lesser education, poor financial status, all of us know that can harm children more. And addiction in parents or elder brothers, elder siblings or relatives, there could be the family history or genetics also involved. So, what are the ways to prevent substance abuse? Make children realize how the addictive substances act. So, that's the first and foremost thing that we are doing: prevent addictions through children's education. Avoid temptations and pressure from peers. Learn to say a firm no. Be in the circle of friends with good habits and hobbies. Keep well balanced life with positive behavior. So, this is what we do. We give them the information inputs, a change or rise in knowledge. Oath is taken from younger kids. At a little bit elder age, it's not of much use. Teach assertiveness to say no. Rise in social skills is important, and impact on cognitive skills at revisit programs. And that's where I want you all to help me in some way or the other. There are some suggestions for parents. Know your teens' activities, pay attention to your teens' whereabouts, establish certain rules and consequences even for yourself. Avoid media overload, know your teens' friends, provide support, set a good example yourself. If you are affected with addiction, explain them how it has affected your life badly and why and how they should refrain from substances. So, friends, beware. Children are observant and they are watching you. So, I will have to run through this. There is this couple who are enjoying their drinks, maybe Friday or Saturday evening,
हे बघ अरविंद
and
हो ना
they are saying the child is not back home.
एक काम करा आता त्यांना त्यांचा पगार आणि बोनस देऊन टाक जा आणि जा.
This caretaker is extremely interested in the child and he has taken him to the friend's house for making a lantern prior to Diwali.
500,000 जास्तच आहे. ते,
So the father kicks out just because.
बरं का त्यांच्याकडनं त्या चाव्या घ्या काढून. चला
साहेब अजून एक सांगायचं होतं.
बोला.
चांगल्या घरात तिने संध्याच्या यायला उत्पत्तीचा धूर लावतो, सिगारेटचं नाही.
नका ना जाऊ, हरी काका.
So because of the parental less attention, the child's life takes. I will not be showing currently, but this is the face. Children are just supposed to get better and better marks.
नापास झालेत साहेब, 6माही परीक्षेत नापास झाले.
We will send you across the films because we are lacking in
काय
time.
दाखवताय तुम्ही आम्हाला?
So we do talk about the behavioral addictions that is other than the substance abuse. Gambling, video games, overuse of media and social media. Mobile has given them everything at hand, including the porn sites, and all these media addictions are going to cause problems. Health you maintain, from addictions you refrain. We show them these different habits that you can get subjected to, like exercises, meditation and yoga, following certain sports, volunteering activity. All these will give the same dopamine levels to children or to even adults. Laughter, friends, books are your best friends, so you should go out in nature on weekends. You must take your children along. Healthy food is also important. Different foods have different. So to the higher classes, we have added the words of what different neurotransmitters are there in all these substances. So whether any particular food is having serotonin or some other releasing neurotransmitter, we mention that, and we say that choose life, not tobacco. We give them our contact numbers. Like if you conduct the show, you can give your contact number. And so what do we expect from you, friends? Please volunteer for the cause. Children look at IT professionals as role models. Volunteer to conduct impact activities with children. Set good examples, and also please help us to raise funds by donating and promoting others to donate. You are the leaders, as I know, in the youth prevention, making an impact every day. Thank you.